Well, something a little bit different now. We are going to two of the Rebels riders in 2020, hopefully, if the season gets started. Rory Schlein, Anders Rowe, thanks ever so much for joining us today, guys. Going to go to Anders first of all. Big disappointment that we're not on track already. How have you been coping through this time?
Obviously it's the same for everyone in any motorsport, and it's not fun, obviously, thinking now I could be racing right now. So it's not the greatest, but anything else is more important at the moment than racing. So it's a bit upsetting, but obviously we live, and as long as we can keep training as hard as we can, and I'm sure we'll be back on the bike as soon as possible.
And Rory, what about yourself?
Yeah, I've been keeping myself pretty busy, to be fair. I've just picked up some work. Not like everyone's sort of had to sort of isolate. I've managed to grab some work, doing a bit of delivery and whatnot. So keeping myself busy pretty much, 5 days a week, and pretty much flat out. Probably busier than I am when I'm racing.
Now, looking back to last year, Rory, first season as a Rebel, did you enjoy it?
Oh, thoroughly, mate. Really did. It was one of the big reasons why I wanted to re-sign. I was pretty adamant that I wanted it done very quickly. With everything that happened before, what's happened now with COVID-19, before we knew any of this was happening, it was going to be my last year, and obviously I just wanted everything to be settled and easy to manage, and just wanted to be back, with Somerset and Wolves. It was a no-brainer for me.
And your own form for the season, were you happy now looking back on it, how the season went for you personally?
It was okay, mate. Like you can always nitpick at certain things and want more out of what you did in the year, and I think that happens with any athlete. They want to better themselves and can see where they could have improved, and I'm no different. And there's certain matches where I thought I could have done better and obviously scored more, but that's in hindsight. But a lot of things we can take on board, to next year, and obviously, if we do get on track this year, we've got things in place that we're ready to rock and roll.
And I've got to mention, track record holder.
Yeah, when I heard, I knew it was pretty quick, but it was like when they said I'd broken the track record, I thought, that was good, and then they said by nearly half a second. I thought, holy moly, we just felt good that night, really, really good, and I think we only dropped 1 point in our first race, but the track was in mint condition, and that's what helps with track records. Maybe not for the best racing, but when you get in front and get your back wheel in that dirt, you can really build up some momentum, especially around tracks like Somerset. So really enjoyed that night. There was plenty of other nights there we did the same. But everyone enjoys going to Somerset. I think that's it's a good thing and a bad thing. For us, to have home track advantage. But I think we managed that towards the end of the year. We did have a home track advantage, and always a fast track.
And as your first season with the Rebels there, fair to say, start the season was quite difficult, wasn't it? Quite tricky for you, but my God, didn't you get that footing right and then come on strong at the end of the season?
Yeah, definitely. I struggled at the start of the year. I changed a couple of things from my 2018 season, which was we shouldn't have really changed because they were going good at the end of the 2018 season. But we just changed a couple of little bits, and we went back to our old 2018 setup after we sort of realised what was going wrong, and it was brilliant. I had some faster motors done, and I was, as soon as I sort of started to catch my feet and get my confidence going, I think it was the pool meeting I started to get my confidence back, and I was sort of really thinking that I could just go out there and have fun and not worry about anything, and that's what it's all about for me.
And I remember filming press and practice day, you were looking great, and then all of a sudden, I think it was going into Bend 1, bang, your engine went, your best new engine, and I could hear your disappointment through your helmet from the other side of the stadium. Just talk us through that.
Yeah, obviously I had press day, and I went there with the engine that I've had built for the bigger tracks and the faster tracks in that league, and I think I did about 4, maybe 5 laps on it, and probably not even that, to be honest, and went into the turn 1, and just as I tipped it in, it just come out the bottom. I felt everything happen. It just felt like someone put a handbrake on in their car and literally threw me forward. So yeah, obviously you can't really do anything about it. You live and you learn, obviously, and yeah, I would try hopefully not to get one of them again. But yeah, it's all in. Everyone has it happen at some point. So obviously, yeah.
So that was last season covered. This season, preparation's gone well for you, ready to race, and then this happens. Obviously, everyone in the same boat across the world, actually. But we talk about frustration in this sport at the moment, and it's got to be the same for you guys.
Pretty much, mate. I don't. No one's really ever been prepared for anything like this. So whether everyone says, "Oh, you got to do this, you got to do that," everyone's doing, this for the first time. Like myself, I'm out working every day, but as in fitness wise, I just do what I can and to pretty much just keep on top of things. But we don't know when we're going to be throwing our leg back over, so we're sort of living day by day, if that's how you want to look at it. And preparation's pretty much gone out the window. I think everyone will be back. I think everyone will be on the same playing field, if the season does get up and going. And I just think everyone will just have to make do with what they've got and what they've done and get the best out of what they have.
And Anders, what about yourself? Have you made many changes to your setup ahead of the new season?
Yeah, definitely. All I've done is change colours for the 2020 season. I've gone something a bit different. I got a bit bored of the blue, black and gold, and other than that, everything's the same frames, everything. So we haven't changed anything as such. We just changed the colours, so same engines and everything. So yeah, there's no point changing something that's not broken at the end of the day. So yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to switch things up a little bit now. Anders, I want you to take a look into that camera there. You can see Rory at home. Have you got any questions that you'd like to ask Rory? Anything specific?
Yeah, I got 2 questions. So the first one is, why are you retiring? Obviously, this was meant to be his last season. Why are you retiring? And if we don't run the year, are you going to do another season? That's the first one. And the second one is, how come you stay at clubs for so long? Like, you've been at Wolverhampton for a long time. Is it just a thing of being comfortable at the same track, or do you not like to change very much, or is it just you really like the track?
Right. Why I'm retiring? From day one, when I come over here, I said I'd get to 36 to 38 years old. In that, and then reassess, where we are in my career. And, excuse me, I look at it now, I'm 36 years this year. The injuries I've had, I don't think a lot of people really know the degree of the injury, especially my last injury, with the back, what we've had to go through and what I have to do to maintain good fitness. It's I can only speak for myself. It's so underrated. People don't really realise, but that is a big thing. I'm getting older, and my priorities just seem to I tend to like spending more time at home. I like doing things with my family and.
Well, as you can see, technology has failed us on this occasion. We've lost the stream to Rory. However, he did get back in touch and he did let us know his 2 questions for Anders. Anders, he'd like to know that with you and him being partnered at 1 and 2 in the team, are you going to look out for him when you get into that first bend after the tapes? And also, he says, when are you going to get a haircut, mate?
So the first one, obviously, it's 7 riders in a team. Obviously, if you can help each other out, we do it. And yeah, I'm going to look for Rory, and I'm sure he'll look for me. So teamwork is it's a big thing in Speedway. It's obviously when you do individuals, it's different, but it's a team of 1 to 7. So whoever you go out and ride with, it's an ideal to look for them in the first corner or wherever you can and just check. Because if we can slow the opposition down a little bit and get them Rory to come around the outside, for instance, and it'll better us off. So yes. It's good to have someone that you can trust, and I like riding with Rory. It was good last year, so it should be good again. The haircut number 2, you are not getting my hair nowhere near cut. I've cut the sides, but nowhere is he getting cut. No chance.
Well, thanks very much for your time tonight. Like I said, it was a little bit different. Brought you both together as well through the power of the internet, but let's hope that the power will be back in the bikes on the show very soon, and we'll see you out there racing for the Somerset Rebels.
Cheers.